In this video, we will take a look at callbacks and events in Advanced Scene Manager. Advanced Scene Manager aims to be as flexible as possible, so it can be a bit hard to know when to use what. If we take a look at the documentations, we see three types of events or callbacks. First, let's check out the CLR events. These are the simplest of events we have. These are best used when you want a global event for simple notifications. They cannot affect the loading process of Advanced Scene Manager, as we will see soon. They will most likely be less used by you. Interface callbacks. Interface callbacks are easiest of the callbacks. They are tied to mono behavior and scenes, meaning they only trigger for scripts that are in a scene or collection that you have opened, or closed if you are using the collection close callback. iCollection open is by far the most used one. You add this to a script, just like start, and when every scene in your collection has finished loading, the method is called, allowing you to initialize things with a guarantee that all scenes are loaded. But this is not entirely true. It is true that iCollection open will trigger when you have set a collection to open. But you can add multiple other scenes to the load to open that does not belong to the collection. And as long as those are loaded during the same scene operation, the callback will be called after all is done. So it's more like a scene collection done event, but it tells us the story of what happened. Because if we would use a scene operation done callback, it would fire even when the smallest of scene open. And that could give us the wrong timing. Scene operation done is not a interface that we have, but it exists in the next callback type we will check out. The best part about our callbacks are that they interact with Advanced Scene Manager. Collection open comes in three forms: void, coroutine and awaitable. And coroutine and awaitable have the ability to delay Advanced Scene Manager. That means that any code that you wait for in the callbacks will prevent Advanced Scene Manager to continue. This is most commonly used when wanting to initialize something hidden behind the loading screen, as the callback will be called before the loading screen closes. Like if you need to instantiate a world that takes 10 minutes unoptimized, the loading screen will wait. Same works in the next callback type that we will check out now. Event callbacks are the global form of our callbacks. They also have a lot more event types than the interface versions have. These are best used when you want callbacks in a script that is persistent, or in a game manager. A trick is to game manager that is not persistent is that you can register this in awake and get the callbacks in time. Advanced Scene Manager will wait for this callback, just like the interface ones. But you need to use the wait for method. The wait for method accepts both coroutines and awaitable. So use what fits you. One often asks, why use scene open events over start or awake, etc. I say use scene open callbacks if you need to make Advanced Scene Manager wait for something in between scene loads. But it's a very uncommon thing to do, but it's there for those who need it. Collection open interface or callbacks is by far the most commonly used. Event callbacks also have the ability to set specific timings, the when context specifically. Main example of this is this example, where this event is set to trigger before the scene is closed, opposed to the standard after a scene is closed. This can be good for moments you wish to do things before a scene is closed. Advanced Scene Manager has flag settings for each load. This allows you to disable calls to callback. In some cases, you don't need those callbacks. This is one of the least known features of Advanced Scene Manager. It will speed up loading just a tiny fraction, only a few frames at most. Here's a list of what you can disable. You can disable all callbacks, but also the loading screen if needed. That is it for this video. If Advanced Scene Manager has helped you in any way, please leave a review on the store. Thank you.